What's going on, everybody? Brandon Schaefer here, and here's my largest aloe plant. And I just want to give an update. I think the last time I checked in was May 2015, so now it's December, and I have these plants indoors now. And here's the baby ones that the little pups that I harvested last summer, and I think they're getting they've gotten a lot larger, and they've been inside for a few months, and I was able to harvest these other two smaller pups here from the mother plant. And as you can see, it's growing some more pups, and I'm just going to let these keep growing, see how big they can get, and then just probably in the spring I'll replant the mother plant there and take the pups off and plant the pups and some small planters. Now in the last video, I believe I had some of these pups in like a larger pot, and I did some reading up, and I found out that it's better to have them in something smaller. That way the soil dries out quicker, and it doesn't stay wet so long, so it doesn't damage or destroy the roots and the whole plant. So I realized these are doing better indoors. I'm not getting the smaller leaves. The oldest leaves are not drying out as much. I think during the summer it was like almost 100 degrees, and it was just too hot and too much direct sunlight for these plants, and it would just dry them up and kill them. But keeping them indoors is doing a lot better, and I keep them right by the windows here so they get light. Today it's kind of overcast, so they're not getting any light, but usually they do. This one's gotten a lot bigger, and I've noticed some of the older leaves have died off and they're kind of thin, these older leaves. But ever since I had the plant, these newer leaves that have grown in, I think this is one that grew in. It was a baby leaf in the middle when I first got it, and it's thick and plump and rigid, just nice growth. So all these ones, all these smaller ones that are growing in now are just really great. So I think I'm gonna have a good plant eventually. It's just keeping it watered and keeping it growing nice and strong. But we'll see next summer how it goes. I'm just gonna keep checking in with you guys every month or so now. But in the winter, they're probably not gonna grow much. This was my very first aloe plant from 2 years ago, and this is the one that in the last video that I repotted to see what happens, and the old leaves kind of dried up and died. But this new growth is great, plump, juicy. I mean, this is looking great. So I'm just trying to be patient here and keep them growing. So I think I have some nice plants growing. It's just taking some time, but definitely I'll keep regenerating some new plants with this mother plant, and eventually these other smaller ones will grow pups as well when they get large enough. And some of these, when they get a little bit larger, probably next year, I can replant them in a potter, such as this size, just a little larger than these small planters. So anyway, so if you're having problems with your aloe and the tips are drying up, or the older leaves, the older growth is drying up, it's probably too hot for the plant. It takes time to get adjusted for the plant to get adjusted to that climate, and over the summer I think I just wasn't patient enough. But bringing them inside and in the fall and giving them a lot of light, and just watering them every 2 or 3 weeks or so. I recently watered these, so the soil is still a little damp, so that's fine. I don't need to water these for a while. I just watered the mother one, this large one, the other day, and this one as well. So these are good to go for a while in the winter, and probably a month or so. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you're growing some aloe vera, hope it's going well. If you have any questions, just post them down below and I'll try to answer them. you know, I think I'm getting better at growing this aloe. So anyway, take care of yourself. Peace.